Hey, welcome back to Burntwood Workshop. I'm going to go over the 2-watt infrared laser in this one, and I'm going to show what it can do with acrylic. I had some questions about what the infrared module could do with acrylic, so I did some testing. Just to give you a quick show, this is the difference between the 40-watt module and the infrared module. And I'll show some of the detail, some of the colors you can do, and the results of a bunch of testing I did. So when I did my testing, I did it with the IR module with either it saying IR or BOO, just to make it different from the regular blue laser. So all the ones that came out with BOO came out really nice with the IR laser, a little bit better than they did with the blue laser. The ones with the squares are all the ones that I felt came out better with the blue laser than they did with the IR. Okay, and these are all the XTool acrylics here. And then those numbers are the number of passes it took to cut through when I cut it with the blue laser. And then this is Lind Creek. And as you can see, the blue came out beautiful on there. And the green came out excellent. The purple came out bad on all aspects. It did cut, but very crispy. The pink came out nice with the regular laser, but not as much with the IR. This pink and the blue came out nice with the IR. These came out better with the blue laser. And that's it. This is Houston acrylics, and that came out pretty good with the IR, and this one came out better with the blue, and this one came out about the same with the IR and the blue. So if you take this one and flip it over, that's what it was with the blue. And you're going to want to do a bunch of testing because they come out totally different. Like this one here, if you flip it over, with the reds, the IR turns it crispy instead of making it white on some of them. So it's going to take some experimentation, but this gives you a little bit of a ballpark idea of some of the stuff that it does do well. The blue, with the blue laser, didn't cut or do anything, but with the IR, came out with a really nice engraving. So that's what you get with all the different colors, and, well, not all the different colors, but what I tested. So these ones on the left, we're all done with the infrared module, and as you can see, the detail came out very crisp, clear, really nice. So this is all the IR module. And then now we're going to get into what the 40-watt module does on black acrylic. It's readable, it looks good at different angles, it looks really nice. But these were ones that I did with the 40-watt. And as you can see, if you look at that dragon and then you look at this one, that is quite a difference. So what I'll do next is I'll show how I made this using the IR module and then cutting it out with the 40-watt module. And what we're going to do is we brought our settings in from 3mm black. So we're going to confirm that. That gives us a setting of 90 and 150. And this image, if we're going to engrave it on black, this is not what we want. What we want to do is go into adjust. And go to the bottom here, we're going to click invert. That's what we actually want to engrave. And when you click process, well, once it processes, and you click start, it looks pretty blurry, but I found that it usually comes out looking really nice. That's kind of deceiving. So we're going to find out in a second here. Okay, we just shut down. Let's see what this looks like. That is really impressive. All right, after we've done our engraving with our 2-watt module, we're going to have to switch over to our other module to actually cut it out. So we're going to swap the heads and we're going to reconnect. And yes, we're switching. And now we're on to 40 or whatever model, whatever head you have for yours. Then we're going to come back in and we're going to refocus. And we're going to reframe. And when we reframe, it's not going to be in the same place because the two heads reference at different points. So you're just going to do your pinpoint framing and you'll be all set. So we're going to reframe it. And we're going to want to go a little bigger on our framing in the actual image. Done. And then what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where our image actually is. So we're going to set the laser right directly on the corner of where the image is. And we're going to take the engraving and we're going to move it to there. So now this is set for the different module. Then we're going to make a rectangle around it. Actually, we're just going to offset. Move it to red so we know that it's cut. We're going to shrink it down a little bit. And center it up. And shrink it one more time. And center it. Right there. Okay, so this is cut. And that's red. We're going to take blue and we're going to ignore that because we definitely don't want to redo that again. So now we've got our outline. Got our cut file. We're going to take that and we're going to pick. We've already got the black opaque pick, so it should, I already set it. I didn't even notice it. All right, so we've already cut it, set for 100 power, cell of 7 millimeters per second. And we're going to go ahead and cut that out. So here's our piece cut out. And as you can see on this edge right here, I've got a little bit of black showing because I didn't get my focusing perfect, my line up. The red lines are really hard to see on the black acrylic. So you really want to be careful when you line them up because I messed up a couple things getting the line up straight when switching from the 2-watt module to the 40-watt module. So that'll be a little tricky, takes some getting used to, but it's definitely well worth swapping when you see that kind of clarity on something that small. Just to give you an idea of size, that's a quarter next to it. And the reason I did it this small was to see how much intricate detail could be maintained at that size. And I was pretty impressed. I hope you found this video helpful. I did a bunch of testing with the acrylic and found quite a noticeable difference with the infrared module versus the 40-watt module. And if you found this video interesting and you would like to see how I made something like that, leave it in the comments, leave me a comment, and I will do a video on how I did that using AI generation. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more, and thanks for watching.